Hi, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's time for keto. People are always asking me, do we really need carbs? Aren't I going to be carb deficient? If I go on the keto lifestyle, what's going to happen to me? I crave carbs. I eat carbs all day long. Well, I'm here to tell you about what our body needs and how many carbs we really need to put in our body in order to have a healthy body. And if you are just tuning in and you don't know who I am, my name is Donna Levy. I've been a registered nurse for 38 years, and I have been helping over 30,000 patients, clients get healthy, boost their brain for clarity. I have helped people with their dementia. I've gotten people off of their diabetes medications. And I am here to help you get as healthy as you can be and have a long, luxurious life. So, the question, do we need carbs? Well, the answer is yes and no. We do need carbohydrates. Our brain does need some glucose. Our muscles need a little glucose in order to function and to grow. However, our body is truly a miraculous machine, and we do not need the carbohydrates you think we need. There has been no scientific evidence that we need so many grams or so many ounces of bread, rice, sugar, pasta, any of that stuff, any grains or anything in our lifestyle. Because what happens is we just need a tiny, tiny bit of glucose. And what our body actually does is our body, when we eat protein, our body is able to rearrange some of those hydrogen atoms and to be able to make its own glucose, enough to use for our brain and our muscles. So, there are no requirements for carbohydrates. I know we say macros are fats, protein, and carbohydrates. Well, guess what? It's really fats and protein and minerals. That's what we need. And we get minerals from very different ways. Some is in our vegetables, and those are the carbs we need. Green leafy vegetables, cruciferous vegetables. That's what we should be eating for our carbohydrate consumption. Now, some people are doing low carb. That's 50 grams a day. If you're doing keto, you need to stick to about 30 to 20 grams of carbs a day. If you're like me, metabolically challenged, and I do not have diabetes or anything, but most of us are insulin resistant because I've been on 1,000 diets with no results, or results only that I gain the weight back and more. My highest weight was 175 pounds when I got out of nursing school. Why? No activity. We had zero physical activity. We're studying all the time. What's cheap for students to eat? Oh, popcorn, ramen noodles. We got free ice cream. I can't tell you, I probably had four bowls of ice cream like at lunch. And school lunches are always like carbohydrate laden. And of course, we were thinking that we were following the food pyramid because that was all we had. Pasta, some vegetables. I would like salads, but still way, way, way too many carbohydrates for my body and my body type. So, no, you don't need carbs. Yes, you do need carb vegetables. That's what you need to stick to. We need nuts. There's all kinds of nutrients in nuts. We need varying fish, fatty fish. We need meats. If you're not going to eat meats, then you need to take a multivitamin. I also, because I do fasting, I require to take an electrolyte drink on the days that I'm fasting, because that's going to help my liquid flow, because I tend to retain liquid, fluid. So that's going to move that fluid through. You can also take salt and Himalayan salt and put it in your water, because that's going to help you with your mineral consumption, right? And healthy fats are great for your brain and great for your body. Our body really likes to run on ketones and fats. So yes, I'm sure everybody is shocked. You do not need any requirement of carbohydrates to live a healthy, long life. Now, I do have one tip for you. When you first start out on the keto diet, if you're just starting out, be patient with yourself. Do not weigh yourself. You can weigh yourself at first, but then, don't weigh yourself for about 3 weeks, because it really takes 3 weeks to get your body into doing this and to burning fat and to equal out. You're emptying out your liver, your pancreas, your insulin is going down, your sugar is going down. That's our goal. Our goal is to get insulin down. So your sugar might be fine, but it's the insulin for insulin resistance. It's the insulin that we want to bring down. And yes, every time you put something in your mouth, your insulin goes up a little bit. And so you might be blocking your fat stores. So that's what we are trying to do. That's why so many of us do the intermittent fasting as well as the ketogenic diet. And it really does work. I am here to tell you that I've hacked my body with those two things. And when you're starting out, if you're a sugar freak, a carbohydrate freak, then I know that. So what I would suggest you do is think ahead. Take a Sunday and make breads. Make some keto rolls. You can also buy some cauliflower pizza, little rounds from Outer Aisle. They have them. And, alternate it. Have a roll. Rolls will have about 4 carbs. The Outer Aisle thing has 2 cauliflower, little tiny, like pizza dough things, so that you can make a sandwich out of it, or, you can make a pizza out of it, whatever. So you got to make the transition between what you're used to eating and what carbohydrates, what carbohydrates we can pull back on. So I'm working with a client now. She is a carbohydrate addict. Oh my God. She eats bread and butter for dinner and some cheese, So I'm not going to pull the bread from her. I helped her make little rolls so that she could still feel the comfort of having her bread. Now this week, we're going to go to every other day bread. If you're a dessert freak, make some keto desserts and fit it into your carb manager, fit it into your week. Don't have dessert every night, have dessert every other night. Then the next week, move to only having a little dessert on the weekend. So we are gradually changing your taste buds so that you can have this as a lifestyle. And, it's not going to be forever that you can't have the keto desserts, or have one during the week or a couple during the week. It's just while you're losing the weight. Then once you get to maintenance, we can kind of loosen up a bit. But a lot of times the carbohydrates that we like they're really comforting to us. So we must make the emotional connection to the food that we choose. So make a list for yourself. What are the foods that you're loving, that you're feeling comfort or happiness when you're eating them? Make that list. And then figure out why that is. Think about when you were a child, or a happy time or a comforting time that you had those foods. And now we're going to start to replace those emotional connections to a keto-friendly food. All right. Then we'll limit the carbs a little bit. Okay. So to like every other day, or that kind of thing. But really, I just recently had a birthday and I made a keto friendly dessert, and I felt like I overate. I felt like I indulged. It was like a special occasion. It was a happy occasion. So you can do this. Just be kind to yourself. Know that it's a lifestyle, and get your carbs from green leafy vegetables and cruciferous vegetables, those low sugar vegetables. That's where you want to get your carbs. And of course, when you, sometimes some cheeses might have a little bit of carbs, that too, you're going to get a little carb in on that end. But really, if you're hungry the next day, and you're like, I got to have carb, you're not having enough fat. So add the fats in. Don't be afraid to do the fat. Look at the calories much later. Remember, we're going on a week basis. So like today, like I had my birthday, so I had about 2,500 calories. I had another day that I fasted for 72 hours. So then on that day, I had about 3,000 calories. It was good calories, but 3,000. So now, today, I'm going to have probably like around 1,200, between 15, so that I can make my 1,000 to 1,200 calories a day for the 7 days. So for me, I'd rather not eat for a couple days and then feast, than not worry about the calories and just go to town, But that's me and my preference. Many people are like, I'm not going any one day without a meal. So then, the 18-6 or the 24-hour feeding window is good for them. So we just have to find out what's good for you, and you make it work in your lifestyle. So that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this and this has helped you. Please share it with your friends, repost it, whatever. Please like this, and hit the subscribe button. And we'll see you again tomorrow on another It's Time for Keto. Okay, bye.